How do you make a great first impression using your homepage so that visitors actually do what you want them to do on your website? Hey, it's Auret here with Estetino Media, and in this video, I'll be walking you through key elements on what to include for an effective homepage. I've been designing websites since 2010, designing, developing, and also writing the copy or the messaging for the site. And to make this video practical, I'll be using a recent example of a client website that I designed. So let's get right into it. So the first thing you want to do when designing your homepage or any website, any web page, is to ask yourself, what is the goal of this page? And so this right here is my client's website. Her name is Heather, and she is a clinical counselor. And the goal of her website was to get more clients booking in for her counseling sessions. So she really wanted to communicate what her therapy is about, what makes her stand out as a counselor, and provide an easy way for people to engage if they just wanted to have a free consult to start. And I'm mentioning this because you'll notice everything on this page serves that purpose. So whatever your goal is, make sure everything from the design to the buttons to the messaging serves that purpose. So let's start off with this first top section here, usually called the hero section. It's the first thing that visitors see, and it's the most crucial section. So what you want to do is instantly have a headline that communicates how you help people. And then underneath that, you can include some extra text about what you specifically offer. So right away in the first few seconds, people are able to see what you're all about. And you'll notice here, this can be an image or a video, it doesn't matter, but you'll notice here, whatever this image is, it kind of fits the vibe and the theme and goes along with the message. So make sure whatever your image here is for the hero, it actually makes sense and doesn't confuse or take away from the message about what you offer. You'll see here in the navigation as well, it's a very organized navigation and there's not too much going on. So make sure it's clean, it's easy to read, and not too cluttered. And what we also like to do is include a button in the top right corner that is your most important call to action. Basically, it's what the goal of the homepage or the site is. And for Heather in this case, the first form of engagement is to request a free consult. So we put that button at the top here, and then you can put a secondary button right here, which basically gives people more information about how it works to work with you or what to do to start working with you, what are the steps. So you'll notice here when I click on start here, it scrolls all the way down to the bottom where we've outlined 3 steps to make it clear what that journey looks like when they start engaging with you. And you'll notice here, this is a one-page scrolling website. So anything that I click over here, it just scrolls down. And that, if you don't have that, that's fine. You can have separate pages. But Heather just wanted a simple one-page scrolling site with all of the essentials on it. Next thing you want to do underneath that hero section is really call out to who you work with. What I mean by that is really identifying with the pain points of that person that you can help, because you want someone to read this and feel like, yes, I'm in that space. Yes, I have those challenges right now and I do need help. So with this text, you can see here, you don't have to go through this alone. Whatever you're facing, the load you're carrying can be lightened. And it's really empathizing with where they're at right now in their life. And this can go for anything that you're doing. Doesn't matter what industry or business you have. You can have 1 or 2 sections. We have 2 here in this case that describe the different problem points or the challenges that they're experiencing right now. Because what this does is it positions you and your business to then come in and save the day, essentially, to offer a solution to what they're going through. The next section down here, you can see, we've just read through the problems, I'm identifying with it, and then now in comes Heather Awad Counseling. So here we don't just listen, we have an active and solution-focused approach to guide you through challenging times so you can ... list out those bullet points, right? So you could do the same thing with your business. At XYZ Company, we offer this so you can, and then list out a few bullet points of what it looks like to work with you, what happens after they work with you, what is that success picture look like. Then underneath that, we have what we actually offer. So you might have a section here that says what we offer, or you could say coaching and available coaching programs, or, you know, whatever you want to describe it. But this section here is specifically the what you offer, whereas these sections up here are why. Why does this matter? Why should I care? Why do I need your services? So coming down to the what, you want to list out and include what specifically you offer. Maybe it's, you know, courses, it's your coaching products, maybe it's a book or done for you services. You want to list that all out in this section. It's just like little snippets of what you offer. You don't need, don't go into full on detail. You can reserve that for a separate page talking about that service. And then right underneath that, another call to action to book with you or to engage, or maybe it says learn more, and then that goes to a separate page where they can find out more about the service. And then further down below here, we have a section that says meet your guide. In this section, think of it as a little snippet about you. So if you're a coach, you're a consultant, or maybe you're not necessarily the frontline person, but you just want to talk about the brand and what it stands for. Here is where you'd include an image, and then a section here that speaks to why you'd be a competent guide or consultant or coach or counselor to help your client achieve what they want. So you'll notice here this is written not in a very formal biography way, but in a very empathizing way. And this is very much done on purpose, because anybody could just paste a bunch of, you know, how long you've been in business for and your accolades and that sort of thing. But you don't really see many biographies where they're actually speaking to you like a human and empathizing with what you're going through and saying, you know, I've done this, and, you know, so that way I'm able to understand what you're going through and how to help. This is something that I do spend quite a bit of time on to get this piece, this about the entrepreneur, whoever you are, right? About the coach, the counselor, the consultant, because it's very much an art to work in your accolades, like, for example, your education or your experience, number of years, but at the same time, creating a connection and keeping it down to earth. So this section here speaks to, you know, creating that trust with the site visitor. And then there's another section here that again is testimonials, which is called trust signals. This is all creating trust. When people can see the different stories, client testimonials, or reviews that people have worked with you and have had great experiences, this is social proof. So we included like a little carousel here where you can sift through the different client stories. And then at the very bottom, this is where those 3 simple steps come in. So you want to think about what are those 3 steps that a client or customer would take in my business in order to engage and get the result that they want. Step 1 is really that first engagement piece. So what do you want them to do? Do you want them to go to your contact form and send you a message? Do you want them to book a free consult? Do you want them to opt in to some sort of email list? Second step is usually the work with you, what happens during that work. And the third step is usually the outcome of working with you. What does that success, that point B, look like? And once again, another final button to give them another opportunity to go for that first step and the main call to action, which is to book a free consult. And if you, by the way, need help with any of this, whether it's designing or developing your site or writing the messaging, or you just want to consult with someone to bounce some ideas off of, then feel free to email me. I'm going to include my email address in the description below so you could reach out and we can get on a Zoom call together. I hope this breakdown was helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.